I said, will the real Sheila please stand? Cause what's going on now? Come on. It's too many signs that something's off. And then she wanna pop up. I forgot to write that part down too. Now she wanna pop up to the doggone office. They done did the kissing now. They done did the kissing. I'm hoping she end up coming because they showed Deacon and Taylor talking. I think that they was in her office before we kissing. But yeah, Sheila really is delusional, y'all. This fool was over here thanking Taylor for whatever she said to Deacon to make him put it on her over and over again to have sex with her repeatedly. I was like, man, there's a couple things wrong here. It's a few things wrong here, actually. She oh no, it's like, man, wake up, please. And I said, you can't be that changed. You can't be that changed. Everybody keep talking about how she gonna react, because she crazy or whatnot. But I don't expect anybody who married to react to murder nobody, but and that's assuming she gonna do that. But I would expect anybody to try to not try to, but be upset if they find out that their spouse was cheating on them in their face. What the weird going on? But yeah, hugging Taylor. She tried to get Deacon to stay in bed with her, but he couldn't get away fast enough. He couldn't get away fast enough once he realized it was her, because first he was seeing Taylor's face. Once he realized it was her, he hurried up, put those shoes on, talking about the whole text to him. Well, technically, I think she did take her to the office talking to her or whatever. She still was in Deacon business, per usual, Hope was. And the last thing is, Dylan did exactly what we knew she wanted to do. She keeps with him. Well, she said, RJ an electric kisser, why can't we or whatever? I'm a really good kisser. He's like, I'm sure he is. He said something to her. I think he was telling her no or telling her he don't think that's a good idea. And she kisses him. It looked like he was kissing her back to me. And I was like, tomorrow he need to tell her that's not proper. What Ivy said, that's not proper at all. He need to tell her the same thing Electric told RJ. But no, no, they actually taking her. They actually taking it there or whatever. What time is it? Let me see. 3:46. Okay. So, okay, where do we begin? Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I'll be forgetting that part. Welcome back to another video. This is for the Bold and Beautiful, March the 4th, 2020. Sorry, y'all, I'm late. I started to do it yesterday, but I fell asleep on the Facebook screen posting, I think it was House of Pain video, and I never got to post that either. I fell asleep. I was tired. But okay. So we're gonna begin with Deacon and Sheila. So they in bed together and he's seeing Taylor's face. And she was just smiling. He's seeing Taylor face or whatever. So then start seeing Sheila face. That man got out that bed and she tried to convince him to stay or whatever. She just so happy, just laying there happy or whatever. And I was like, man, normally okay, one sign is one thing. You can't see it because it's one sign or whatever. But even that, most people are able to see something's off. The man been sneaking out to go see Taylor and stuff late at night when doggone well she ain't supposed to have no clowns around this time. She keep popping up or whatever. Now he not seeing her. What happened there? Why didn't he tell you? He pulling away. Y'all wasn't having sex. It's so many doggone indications. Well, it's supposed to be like, okay, your intuition, your gut supposed to be telling you something. And I said, especially when you're a crazy person, you already think things when you ain't crazy. And I said, but she crazy. So I'm like, okay, Sheila, why you let Lee get in your head? Because originally you said what's exactly going on. Hold on. But that was before they actually started kissing and stuff. But yeah, he was imagining Taylor. They showed Taylor thinking about her conversation with Deacon. I said, look at you. Look at you. No, no, look. Later when Sheila came and Sheila was telling her, wait, we'll come back to you, y'all, because we got to finish Deacon and Sheila. Because he was putting his shoes on, getting dressed or whatever. She was trying to convince him to stay. He was like, Hope texted he really has to go or whatever. And she just sitting up there laying in bed proud and stuff. Just so happy to have him back officially to reconnect with or whatever. Then they showed Taylor, they showed her thinking about her conversation with Deacon, the fact that she told him to go have sex with his wife. And I don't know if she was worried or she didn't agree with it or what it was, but yeah, they kept showing her thinking about that. Next thing you know, Sheila walks in. Sheila walked in and she was like, I know what you did. And she was like, well, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you think you know or something she said to this girl. So Sheila was like, she talked to somebody on stage. She talked to the waitress or the waiter or something. And they said they saw y'all together. They saw y'all together. So she started walking closer to Taylor. Taylor looked at what was that on the table? Was it scissors or a knife or something? She looked at it and then she started moving closer or whatever. She got scared. She's scared, ain't it? I said she done scared the whole thing. But yeah, she was like, she ends up hugging her. And Taylor looking like, what's going on here? I was saying the same thing. What's going on here, ma'am? Because, girl, wake up. I'm so ready. Everybody keep talking about it. They don't talked about it too many times. It's time for her to find out what's going on. I'm hoping that when they kiss, I'm assuming it's gonna be Friday's episode that Taylor and Deacon gonna kiss. I'm hoping she come back. I don't know why she was seen it, cause it's time for her to find out now. It's been too long now. We in another month. We in another month. It's time for her to find out what's going. They playing. Deacon playing in her face. How you gonna go sleep with her, but you really want somebody else? You playing? You ain't had to do what Taylor said. Shoot. But yeah, she to know what's going on. So she was saying basically whatever you told Deacon, it worked or whatever, because she had just talked to Taylor about what was going on. She ends up thanking her for her help. Taylor was scared. She says that her and Deacon was making love over and over again, and it's like they did the first time. And Taylor, like Taylor, it's because of you. He was imagining you. But yeah, what else? Said whatever Taylor said to her husband, and I said Sheila has no boundaries at all. She has no boundaries whatsoever. But yeah, she told her whatever she said to her husband. She keeps saying that her husband. I mean, she ain't wrong. Whatever she said to her husband, it worked because they kept doing it like it was for the first time or whatever, and she wanted her to keep telling him over and over again whatever she told him. I said, don't tell her to go near your man no more. I mean, shoot, that's where he wanted to be. I said, release him. They said, 1, 2, 3, oh, release him. What else happened with them? She hugged her. I don't think Deacon came yet. Maybe on today's episode he will. Next we got Hope Kingsley. Hold on, let me see. What's that lady name? Kingsley. I'm gonna understand my hand right, y'all. And Jamie. They came in the office and they talking about Will and Electra. He ain't been around. Normally they attached at the hip and just kept asking questions about Will. And Hope was reassuring them that Will still works with them. I'm assuming that's foreshadowing that he ain't finna work there no more. But we'll see. They didn't show Katie and them. And then they start talking about RJ and how cute he is, and just RJ and Will. I'm assuming they both. They said one Kinsley get one was the one that was interested in RJ. But yeah, they just kept talking about it until Deacon came in. That's when they ended up leaving. That's when Hope started questioning him. Wanted to know where things stand with Deacon and Taylor. Deacon said that Sheila changed. She not that person anymore. And I was like, you better hope she ain't that person no more, because she should be able to handle. She should be able to. She should handle both of y'all, not just Taylor, because you the married one. But at the same time, Taylor knew that he was married. If he really wanted Taylor, to me, he'll end things, even though, because you clearly don't care. You can't say the reason he ain't end things because he know that Sheila would go after her. You need to shoot if you could kiss her or whatever, and maybe they gonna actually take it there. Maybe they gonna actually sleep together. I don't know. But if you could kiss her, you could go end things with your wife. Crazy and all, because you already playing a dangerous game by kissing and sneaking around. And so much you love her and you don't want to live without her and all this other extra doggone stuff as well. Because she may or may not be about to handle y'all either way it go. But yeah, they seem to have forgotten that he keeps saying he's married or whatever. Um, and host, so she narcissistic and she this and that or whatever. And that's when he started to talk about she changed. What else? Deacon reminds Hope that he's married. Hope wants Deacon to be honest with himself about how he feels about Taylor. She thinks that he should end things with Sheila, and I agree. I agree. I definitely think he should end things. If you really in love with her, like you said, don't be scared. You ain't scared to cheat. You ain't scared to cheat because it's cheating. It don't matter if you saying, oh, it's over with, whatever. Yeah, I'm legally married. Y'all legally married or whatever. But yeah, the whole scene with Hope and Deacon thing. I'm so sick of seeing that. I want to see Sheila find out. Hope, instead of trying to push her daddy to be with Taylor or whatever, and he ends up telling Hope, that's the last thing I forgot in regards to that scene. He ends up telling her that Taylor asked him to do something, so he did. He recommitted. He would just be too comfortable telling stuff. He ain't, I don't think he fully went into detail, but I'm assuming on tomorrow's episode he may. Today's episode, because this is a new day. But yeah, the last people we got, I think, is Will and Dylan. So he was under that shower thing again, and then He was on the shower thing. Then they showed her creepy tail watching him. So he went in the house. They was talking. She still talking about how he changed her life or whatever. He talking about so he appreciate everything she do. She over here cooking and cleaning, washing clothes and stuff. Which is highly what she said is not proper at all. Proper at all. You ain't gotta do all the extra stuff. He obviously wants you to stay there. But yeah, trying to prove that she can be this and that for him. That's what it's really about. Hold on. What else? Let's see. Um, what was they talking about? I know that she's like she got something to tell him or she got a secret or something. I thought she was gonna tell him how she felt, but she clearly want him. She told me she shrunk his shirt in the dryer. She went and got to show him. They laughed about that, and he was telling her she's something. I don't know if he said she was amazing. Look, y'all, I forgot. But either way it go, he was complimenting her, and she was like she wanted to make him feel better. She know a way to make him feel better or whatever. RJ and Electric kiss, so why shouldn't they? And she's a really good kisser, and he's like, I don't think. And then she kissed him. She kisses him, and I was like, at this point, you need to. This is the moment where you realize, oh, Electric wasn't wrong. I mean, before he realized it, because he went and told Dylan she had to go or whatever. Um, despite the kiss or whatever, Electra was right. I was right. They was right. But no, this is gonna be the moment where it's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna move forward. I said, I hope you don't sleep with her. I hope not before he talked to Electra. Not before he talked to Electra. But like I said before, I don't really care one way or the other. Cause I don't know, they ain't just no couple together and stuff like that. I don't like when people interfere. I definitely don't like what Ivy did. I don't like the Dylan over here acting innocent. People will study saying, oh, Electra wrong. Electra invited her to stay. Electra did not invite her to stay. Will told Electra that she was gonna stay. And then Electra agreed. But Electra, once she seen her hug him and stuff, just how she was all up on him, that's when she decided to say, um, she got boundaries or whatever. She got rules and everything. But I will say I wouldn't have been okay with it. Like, y'all got too many resources for her to be living right there. Way too many resources. Don't step at the guest house, but I wouldn't put her nowhere near Finn either because apparently she don't care. I was like, this is the point where Will's supposed to say, oh, so how long, or ask how long have you had feelings for me? Then go to Alexa and say, you right? You right. Dylan kissed me or whatever. And she could say, RJ kissed me is not what it looked like. I told him, that wasn't okay or something. But no, they always do stupid stuff. They'll do stupid see or assume somebody did something. Then they'll go do the same thing or take it even further. Then find out that it wasn't what it looked like. And then it's like one big situation. And back to the point of was interfering, I rather they end things because they decided like, okay, the Luna stuff was already too much. This stuff is too much. Let's part ways. Let's part ways. I'd rather be them coming to a mutual agreement than somebody interfering. But that's just me though. But yeah, I think the last scene between them was her kissing him and stuff. And I was like, tell her about herself. Tell her about herself. But yeah. Oh, they also said something about they broke up. So Will and Electra didn't talk. They just assuming that the other person broke up with the other person. No communication whatsoever. No communication whatsoever. But that's even in real life. People don't believe in communicating no more. I don't know how anybody expect anything to work or get fixed if you ain't communicating. But that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next